Well, we have unofficially started summer season, and that means we're also entering the height of the do-it-yourself season. Now is the time to prepare, particularly if you plan to do any painting around your home. Such a big project.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Design expert Tami Michaels is here to take a look at some new advances in paint tech that could make it a little bit easier. And this first one is such a great idea for anyone who has ever had to paint a ceiling.
It is so difficult because of the angle, and anyone who's tried to do it on the ladder or the angle, trying to get to the edges, it'll just make you crazy. So this is a paint that when it first comes out of the can, it's pink.
Right. We're not telling you need to paint your ceiling pink.
No. However, it does turn to whatever you tend it to an off-white. There's a purple version also.
Oh, okay.
What I would say is they're not 100% like any ceiling paint. You know, you should plan on applying 2 coats, but it is amazing to watch the videos of this going from pink to white. Pretty cool, and it allows you to not miss little spots.
Right. That just seems so brilliant to me. Like, why didn't we have that sooner?
I know.
Because it is. Otherwise, it dries, and normally you look up and like, oh my gosh, I missed all my spots. Another tough painting job that people will try to tackle themselves is redoing the cabinets.
Yes.
And with all the little spaces and crevices, that can be really challenging. So there's some help with that.
I think there is, and we get a lot of do-it-yourselfers for this one. And I want to throw out the name Annie Sloan. She's an expert in this, and the term chalk paint, that's trademarked to her. This is a series of paints that you can apply to your cabinets, and you can see why people want to do this. And so these chalk paints, milk paints, there's various ones, General Finishes, Annie Sloan, and they even have videos how to do it. I won't say it's the easiest DIY project. Plan on it taking you some time, but the results are astonishing.
My husband, I think I was telling you when my husband was right in the middle of redoing our kitchen cabinets like that, and it was a big job, but gosh, what a difference.
What a difference.
Yeah, it's like a whole new kitchen. And then you have several examples of what's called nanotechnology with paint. What is that?
Well, this is an extraordinary thing because we saw this in the automotive industry well before we started seeing it commonly in paint products. But you know, anyone who's ever had a surgery, I don't know how many people pay attention to the paint. I don't even if I've ever had surgery. But what you should know is most operating rooms have silver antimicrobial nanotechnology that is built into it. Nanotechnology are small particles of these types of materials such as silver, and what it does is it adds an extra layer of protection. It's just built right into the paint, and that's one of the things that we want to say. And then when you go to the exterior of the house, I think it becomes a little more apparent why this nanotechnology, these micro particles, really matter. And so they can have silicone oxide, titanium oxide. You can look all of this up. It's not difficult. It's not like watching paint dry to read this stuff. But what I will say is that with the silicone oxide, you're going to get hardness, and almost like, you know, it will deflect dirt and water, a self-cleaning house. Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, that sounds
That's
good.
really good with all our rain. And then also the titanium, think of it as if it is like sunscreen for your home, and it also helps to protect the wood. I mean, just like your skin suffers from the damage.
Oh, so it helps protect from all those UV rays hitting your house all the time?
Hitting your house.
Yeah.
The sunscreen for your house, and also protection for the wood to not decay and the paint to last longer.
And is the nanotechnology pretty standard in exterior home paints now, or you need to look for it?
Good question. You need to look for it, need to ask for it, and your paint will cost more.
Sure.
But if you're going to paint your own home, you want it to last as long as it can.
Absolutely. That is the biggest of all those do-it-yourself paint jobs. All right. Tami, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You can always hear more ideas from Tami on Saturdays on KOMO News Radio on Inside Out, airing from 10 a.m. until noon. We'll be right back.